Updated March 21, 2019, 13 hours 27 minutes and 40 seconds. The two leaders vying for the top job in NSW this weekend both lost ground during the campaigns. Two live, televised debates, giving voters a glimpse of their strengths and weaknesses that may prove vital in this too-close-to-call race. Gladys Berejiklian was across the detail, but lost points with constant interjections in the ABC leaders debate earlier this month. Last night, the roles reversed, with Michael Daly stumbling badly on detail and Ms. Berejiklian retaining her composure during the Daily Telegraph's People's Forum at Penrith. It should have been safe ground for Labour, a question on TAFE funding that Michael Daly has constantly accused the Liberals of slashing over the past 8 years. The Labour leader couldn't tell Sky's David Spears what he'd commit, first floating $3 billion, then telling Spears he'd get back to him with an answer. That tactic might work at a news conference. It fails dismally during a televised debate. To be fair, Mr. Daly has only had 4 months as leader to be versed in every aspect of Labour policy in its election manifesto. He's had the benefit of an experienced campaign team drawn from the Bob Carr years. By contrast, the Liberal campaign strategy has been widely criticized within the party, as its constant change of messaging fails to resonate with voters. 60 messages in 60 days is never a strong sell. Ms. Berejiklian is acknowledged as a master of her brief, woe-betide any staff member who isn't properly prepared for her questions. Up close, she is personable and engaging, but those qualities don't always translate to television or large news conferences. In the ABC debate she interjected 24 times, accusing Mr. Daly of not being truthful. Mr. Daly maintained a relaxed delivery and stayed on message. On the campaign trail, the Labour leader comes across as approachable, and goes out of his way to acknowledge behind-the-scenes workers along the way. But last night's failure on policy detail plays straight into fear stoked by the coalition that the rest of Labour's front bench isn't prepared for office. If the leader isn't up to speed, what hope have the others? With pre-polling expected to top 30% at this year's election, Mr. Daly's stumble may be too late to give the coalition the boost it would like among early voters. He now has just 2 days to get back on message and convince the remaining undecided voters to back Labour, so expect him to play the stadium issue to the hilt until NSW votes. It remains to be seen if stadiums will prove to be the Premier's Achilles heel as she tries to sell the government's infrastructure success without cutting a single red ribbon. The debates brought both leaders' strengths and weaknesses into focus. Ultimately, the public will decide if the devil is indeed in the detail. Topics: State elections, government and politics. NSW, Australia. First posted March 21, 2019, 13 hours 18 minutes and 48 seconds.